Sure, Abhiraj, we will share the YouTube link as well. You will be getting the YouTube link on the feedback mail as well. So we regularly send feedbacks after feedback mail actually to everyone who has joined our webinar, so that to get to know what the more you would like to know, what more we can do for you, and like if there is any particular thing which you would like the question to be answered, we do that. And you will be getting the YouTube link also, so that anytime when it's like anytime you would like to come back, you can go on the YouTube and watch it. Yeah. And also your query regarding if algo test is chargeable has been answered by Chintan, Abhiraj. Yeah. Okay. So we are live on YouTube as well, Vivek sir. Firstly, a very warm welcome. Dhan's webinar. I believe this is the first we are doing it together. I'm very happy that no one better than you would have actually told us about the integration with AlgoTest and how we are to best trade of time and what you actually look to for their algo strategies and algo trading knowledge. So we are very glad we uh, yeah, we are able to
there's a little bit of network fluctuation, I think, at your end, but you want to just try again or just see your connection.
hello. Hello.
Yeah, it's better. If you want to put off the video, we can do that as well.
Yes, I'll soon be doing that. Actually, Vivek sir, now you can take over. Like,
Okay, all right. Oh,
thank
great.
you.
But thanks. I think I got understood what you were trying to say, and I think the emotions part is very evident. So first of all, thanks for inviting me. It's absolutely a pleasure. I think when having seen the tool, being a user of backtesting and knowing how painful it can be. Seeing a lovely tool like this, it was but natural to kind of just share that you want to check this out, and so happy that it's now there are more users building onto the community of AlgoTest, as well as bridging with Dhan and hopefully helping them in their trading. So what we're going to do is I'll just share my screen.
Yeah. Vivek
So
sir,
yeah,
sorry to interrupt before. Yeah, Vivek sir, for the interest of everyone, would we like do it in English, basically with the mixture of Hindi and English both?
sure, I'm
Yeah.
okay. English,
Yeah.
matlab, I'm super. Okay. So
Okay. Thank you.
I hope अगर आपको basically slides दिख रहे हैं, you can see the screens and screen, and just tell me if you're able to see the screen. Just give me 1 second. Shucks. A lot of tabs. Just give me 1 second.
Vivek sir, is there anything particular you require assistance from my end?
Oh, just a sec. I'm just sharing up the slide. So just a
Yeah,
second.
sure, sure.
Sorry for that. Is the slideshow visible? Can you see the slides?
Yes, Vivek sir.
Okay, and I hope the audio is clear. Loud and clear. All right. Okay. So let's start. Thank you. Okay. Right. So some disclaimers before we start. So trading in FNO. I'm sure if you've seen the recent video going around on the risks. The FNO is basically like a rocket, right? If we do it without understanding, then there is a almost certain chance we will burn our hands at some point. So trading in FNO involves risk due to role of leverage, and obviously it does create opportunities as well. So we'll understand a little bit about leverage as well in the talk. We do how we can use it to our advantage, right? And be careful of not uh, eating more than we can chew. तो बेसिकली FNO संभाल के करना है, ध्यान से करना है और समझ के करना है, राइट? ये स्ट्रैटेजीज व्हाटएवर वी आर गोइंग टू डू ये एजुकेशनल पर्पस के लिए है, सो इट्स not some recommendation or anything, right? So it is a idea which we'll share for which you can understand maybe something and build your own trading system rule using maybe some input यहाँ से कुछ भी idea आप लें तो you can see that learn और कुछ समझ के आप शायद उसको implement कर सकते हैं, right? That's the idea. Many talks are going around back testing. तो बैक टेस्टिंग जो भी हम रन करेंगे अभी प्लेटफॉर्म पे, we'll see one other strategy. Please let's understand कि ये एक पास्ट में जो हुआ था उसका हम एक टेस्ट करके देख रहे हैं कि क्या हुआ था. Doesn't mean फ्यूचर में मार्केट वैसा ही होगा. Always market will change. It is the role of market and job of market to change and do things which have never happened before, which we never thought possible. And I'll talk a little bit probably about the current how volatility regime जो हमको लग रहा है जो volatility का environment है, about how what I feel about it, how it is affecting trading strategy जो हम भी देखने वाले हैं, right? So these are some disclaimers before we start. Okay, तो basically जब हम trading कोई भी trading setup कर रहे हैं, आप कोई भी trader है, right, worldwide, वो दो आइडियाज या फिलोसफीज यूज करेगा या एक आइडिया होगा. आप जिस तरह से अपना रूल बिल्ड कर रहे हैं, एक है डायरेक्शनल. सो इन डायरेक्शनल वी आर सेइंग नो प्राइस इज टू हाई टू बाय. सो अभी मार्केट बैंक निफ्टी इज नियर इट्स लाइफ टाइम हाई. सो इन डायरेक्शनल ट्रेडर में स्टिल गेट बाय सिग्नल. तो वो बाय करेगा डायरेक्शनल ट्रेडर बिकॉज वो ये नहीं बहुत सोचेगा कि इतना हाई आ गया और कितना हाई जाएगा और कितना भी हाई जा सकता है जब तक ट्रेंड उसके फेवर में है. और सिमिलरली नो प्राइस इज टू लो टू सेल शॉर्ट. सो जब मार्केट अगर गिर रहा है तो बेसिकली वी आर शॉर्टिंग, हमें सेल सिग्नल आ रहा है तो वी डोंट से कि और कितना गिरेगा, बिकॉज अगर जितना भी गिरा है और भी गिर सकता है मार्केट. तो डायरेक्शनल ट्रेडर का वो फिलॉसफी है. नॉन डायरेक्शनल ट्रेडर्स अप्रोच इज बेसिकली दैट इफ मार्केट हैज कम अप टू अ सर्टेन लेवल, जैसे सेम पॉइंट अभी मार्केट जहाँ पे है, कुछ नॉन डायरेक्शनल ट्रेडर्स हो सकते हैं जिनका व्यू होगा कि मार्केट हैज रन अप अ लॉट, नाउ मार्केट शुड करेक्ट. तो अब मार्केट ऑल टाइम हाई के पास आ गया है, वही सेम प्राइस है बट ट्रेडर का माइंडसेट अलग हो सकता है. मे बी दैट ट्रेडर सेइंग्स कि अब एक रेजिस्टेंस पे है इंडेक्स एंड इट वोंट बी इजी फॉर द इंडेक्स टू ब्रेक आउट फ्रॉम हियर, सो लेट्स टेक अ मीन रिवर्टिंग ट्रेड. मीन रिवर्टिंग ट्रेड में मतलब है कि से बैंक निफ्टी का एवरेज प्राइस अगर हम निकालेंगे लास्ट एक महीने 2 महीने का, हो सकता है दैट एवरेज कम्स टू 41,000. तो ट्रेडर का माइंड हो सकता है कि अभी 44 पे है तो इट माइट गो टुवर्ड्स इट्स एवरेज, सो लेट मी टेक अ बेरिश व्यू. सो एनी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे as a trader, we are being either directional sort of or non-directional. And thankfully using options, हम basically ये दोनों चीजों को बहुत beautifully play कर सकते हैं. And I'll share one idea of one strategy जिसमें हम ये दोनों views को basically exhibit कर सकते हैं और trade कर सकते हैं. Right? So in our strategies, what we will be doing is popular है जो काफी लोग को maybe पता भी होगा. So if you're already trading strangles, or for some people it might be new, but even if you're already trading it, maybe this might be यहाँ पे एक view या एक approach मिल सकता है, which could help you into what you're already doing and maybe better. So using strangles, we are going to basically be looking at both these approaches, doing trending as well as mean reversion. So what are strangles? Just for anyone who may not be aware. So strangles are basically you have a call option and a put option, which are of different strikes, same expiry, and same underlying. So let's say, abhi, for example, Bank Nifty is at 44,000 example. So if we take the 44,500 call and the 43,500 put, so I'm just adding 500 points on both sides, and the 44,500 and the 43,500, they are basically a strangle. Right? So one can either be buyer of strangle or be seller of strangle. तो हम एक strangle buy भी कर सकते हैं, sell भी कर सकते हैं. When would be buyer? Obviously, when we expect that price is going to break out a lot. अगर हम सोच रहे हैं कि price काफी बढ़ सकता है कोई भी direction में, but हमको directional view नहीं है ऊपर या नीचे का, but we think price कहीं ना कहीं trend होगा कोई ना कोई direction में, तो हम strangle buy कर सकते हैं. We can be a buyer of this strangle. And suppose हम सोच रहे हैं कि price range में रहेगा, that price may remain range bound. Yes, Manish, strangle can be both buy or sell. It's up to us as trader, right? So I'm going to show अभी AlgoTest Dhan पे हम एक strategy बनाएंगे इसी का, but हम जो करेंगे, we will be creating a strangle short. So what we'll be saying is, अगर we are expecting market range bound रहे, तो we may earn money because the premium जैसे से shrink होगा अगर market range bound रहे, right? So we'll be starting with a non-directional approach. So the initial trade that we'll do, we'll be doing a non-directional approach. So yes, and just before I start to build the strategy बनाने के पहले, this is something that whether आप systematic trading कर रहे हैं या non-systematic कर रहे हैं, end of the day हर trader के पास एक system या rule होता है. If you check any successful, I would say not successful, but somebody who has survived over the years in the market, you might see, आप देखेंगे कि उनके पास एक system या rule है, एक rule set है जो वो follow करते आ रहे हैं, और उसमें जो main चीज है वो ये है, वो trader को पता होना चाहिए कि वो suppose 100 times trade ले रहा है, तो average में कितनी बार right जा रहा है, यानी कितनी बार पैसा बन रहा है. I don't know कहाँ पे 99% 100% accuracy होती है trading में, मतलब I don't know any system like that over the last few years I have been this, and I don't know any successful trader, market wizard, legend also. I mean, people who are into books, in the books that you interview, we read interviews, having been lucky to speak to some of them, nobody has a system with 100% winning rate. Yeah, कि सब right होता है. तो basically अगर आपका system 40-45% 50% की right है, let's say 45% of the time you're going right and we are making money. How much do we make on average? Suppose you're making 2% on average, right? And when you lose, that means 55% of the time you're losing and you lose 1% on average. So what we have to do, take the total of all the winning. Winning will be 45%, 45 times you're winning 2% on average. So that is 90. And 55% time we are losing 1%, so that is minus 55. So plus 90 on the side when we are earning, minus 55 on the side we are losing, and basically jo net 45 bacha for every 100 trades, basically you can expect to make 45 divided by 100, that is 0.45. This expectation or expected value should be positive. Means when you do a number of trades, say 100 trades on example, your expectation should be positive. It's like when Kohli comes out to bat, what do we expect? Maybe he makes 45, right? He'll not make 45 every match, but his history of average is about 45, so we can expect that, right? So we want to know the expected value of your strategy or process. Okay, I think now we'll start building, right? So I'll just start. This is the AlgoTest platform, and Chintan, please help me anywhere if if I'm we can better this or going wrong, right? So we'll just go to add new, okay, and we will start creating the strategy. Now what we will do is basically हम bank nifty लेंगे, ठीक है? Strategy intraday होगी. So we are taking an example of an intraday system. Underlying from cash or future, this is very important. So basically हम सब weekly option trade कर रहे हैं, right? Yeah, I'll just zoom it a bit, Viraj, right? So it might be a little better. Okay, yes, this should be better. So basically हम सब weekly options trade कर रहे हैं, but there is no weekly future for Nifty or Bank Nifty, right? And जो monthly future price है, वो correct reflection नहीं है weekly future level का. Just इतना आप समझ लीजिए कि monthly future price जो है, वो weekly future और monthly future में बहुत difference हो सकता है. ये इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है? क्योंकि फ्यूचर के प्राइस से रेफरेंस से अगर हम एटीएम एट द मनी कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं, एट द मनी का आइडिया है कि मार्केट का सेंटर क्या है. अभी ऑप्शन ट्रेडर्स के हिसाब से मार्केट का सेंटर पॉइंट क्या है, मीन एज वी से. तो फ्यूचर्स की जगह प्लीज यूज कैश. यहाँ पे आई यूज कैश द स्ट्रेटेजीज बिकॉज आई फाउंड ये एक ज्यादा एक्यूरेट पिक्चर देता है. हाँ, इफ यू आर डूइंग अ लिटिल लॉन्गर टर्म स्ट्रेटेजीज मंथली ऑप्शंस यूज करके, then definitely futures is okay, is probably correct, but weekly options ke liye I use underlying from cash. Okay. Entry time, let's say we'll put it as say 9:30. Okay. So 9:30 trade will be entered. Exit time 3:15. If the trade does not hit a target or SL in the day, so we exit at 3:15. So it's a intraday, as you see यहाँ पे started time. अब एक और इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है, स्क्वायर ऑफ लेग पार्शियल और कंप्लीट. यू सी टू ऑप्शन. सो जब हमारी स्ट्रैटेजी के दोनों लेग्स है उनको हम स्टॉप लॉस टारगेट दे रहे हैं, जब वो स्टॉप लॉस हिट होता है, यूजुअली ये होता है कि हम कंप्लीट स्क्वायर ऑफ कर दे रहे हैं. तो पूरा जो स्ट्रैंगल है उसको निकाल देते हैं पोजिशन को, वी कट इट ऑफ. बट व्हाट वील डू इज यूज पार्शियल स्टॉप लॉस. What will happen with this is, अगर एक लेग कट गया, right? तो सपोज मार्केट फॉर एग्जांपल ट्रेंड हो रहा है अपसाइड पे, तो कॉल लेग स्टॉप आउट हो जाएगा और पुट लेग जो है वो शॉर्ट पड़ा रहेगा. वील बी स्टॉप्ड आउट ऑफ द कॉल एंड द पुट लेग विल बी शॉर्ट, वील बी शॉर्ट द पुट. सो इफ यू डू पार्शियल एंड लेट इट बी, व्हाट विल हैपन इज कॉल निकल गया, अभी पुट शॉर्ट है, सो वी हैव नाउ टर्न्ड डायरेक्शनल. एंड हाउ डायरेक्शनल? वी हैव टर्न्ड बुलिश, क्योंकि शॉर्ट पुट इज बेसिकली अ बुलिश स्ट्रैटेजी. तो हमने स्टार्ट किया था नॉन डायरेक्शनल से, बट जैसे मार्केट डायरेक्शन लिया कोई भी साइड अप या डाउन, हम उस साइड में टर्न हो जाएंगे. तो बेसिकली दैट्स द एडवांटेज ऑफ यूजिंग पार्शियल, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाई आई सेड इन द सेम स्ट्रैटेजी बेसिकली वी आर ट्राइंग टू कवर अ नॉन डायरेक्शनल एंड डायरेक्शनल अप्रोच. स्टार्ट विद नॉन डायरेक्शनल, and the moment market looks trending in either upside or downside, we will turn and adapt to the direction of the market. Yes, then we start building the strategy. तो basically यहाँ पे options है, sell करना है. We'll start with call by default जो है weekly option. Strike type पे अब हम इसको एक triangle बनाएंगे. right? But so if I just say add leg, but हम strangle बनाने के लिए एक one of the approach use करेंगे called straddle width. Okay? And I think Chintan just messaged that a new feature has just come out. Just read message, which is percentage of ATM. Maybe what this was something to explore for me. But ये straddle width is something जो I'm using now, one of the methods. So what is this? Let's see. The moment मैंने ये choose किया, right? अब यहाँ पे एक plus minus आ गया कि हम इसको ड्रॉप डाउन में ATM स्ट्राइक प्लस या माइनस चूज कर सकते हैं, राइट? सो व्हेन आई चूज प्लस, ठीक है, और सपोज मैंने यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लायर को 1 लिया, राइट? इसका मतलब क्या है कि सपोज द ATM straddle value, right? ATM straddle value is say आज 44,000 का बैंक निफ्टी एग्जांपल, ठीक है, and if you take the call of 44,000, it is say 500 rupees, and put is let us say also 500 rupees example, ठीक है. So ये total straddle ATM straddle का value हो गया 1000, right? अब what we are doing is as a seller we want to find that spot. हमको basically वो strike ढूंढना है जहां पे मार्केट जाने की likelihood कम है, क्योंकि अगर मार्केट वहां गया या उसके बियॉन्ड किया तो वी विल लूज एज सेलर, बट अगर वो रेंज के अंदर रहा तो वी विल गेन, राइट? सो बेसिकली व्हाट वी डू, हम ये स्ट्रैडल के ऊपर एक मल्टीप्लायर लगा रहे हैं, लेट्स से 1. एज ऑफ नाउ आई एम पुटिंग द मल्टीप्लायर, सो लेट्स से आई पुट अ मल्टीप्लायर वैल्यू ऑफ 1, ठीक है. सो 1000 into 1 is basically 1000, राइट? तो अब वी हैव गॉट आवर स्ट्राइक, हमको हमारा स्ट्राइक मिल गया. ऊपर का स्ट्राइक होगा 44,000 प्लस 1000, राइट? 44,000 प्लस 1000, और नीचे का स्ट्राइक होगा 44,000 minus 1000, which is 43. So 45 and 43 is the strangle we are selling. Right? So that's all we are doing here. Same thing. We can choose the multiplier. हमारे को जो भी चाहिए, half, 1, 1.5, 2, whatever we want. We can change this, right? So I will leave it as 1. I'll leave it as 1 multiplier. Okay. Very important as a seller, if you want to survive any strategy, forget this. You use variation of this or use something of your own. जो भी आप कर रहे होंगे अभी options में, writing में. This is the key, putting a stop loss. और the level जहाँ पे आप बोल रहे हो कि मेरा trade wrong हो गया है, मेरा trade शायद wrong हो गया. At this point हो सकता है कि एक बार stop hit होके वापस मेरे फेवर में है, but I don't know कि वो कितना हो सकता है loss. So I get out of the trade. Right? So let's say हमने यहाँ stop loss रखा 20%. ठीक है, stop loss 20%. Target profit percentage में जाके let's say we say 50. So what we are saying कि एक लेग अगर 500 का हमने बेचा था तो इसका 20% SL हो गया, right? So always 5 short option किया है तो 500 plus 100 यानी 600 will be the stop loss level for this leg, right? And target is 50%, so it's nothing but 500 into 50%. यानी अब अगर मार्केट 500 से गिर के ये वाला कॉल 250 पे आ गया, right? Which will happen when या तो मार्केट गिरेगा या इवन ओवर अ पीरियड अगर रेंज बाउंड रहा और डीके होगा एक्सपायरी डे पे स्पेशली, या वेडनेसडे या थर्सडे विच इज मोर क्लोजर टू एक्सपायरी, तो ये टारगेट आ सकता है, राइट? या फिर अगर ऑन अ फ्राइडे, मंडे, ट्यूसडे देयर इज अ बिगर फॉल इन द डाउन ट्रेंड, तो ये टारगेट आ सकता है. सो आवर टारगेट इज नथिंग बट एंट्री प्राइस माइनस द जो भी टारगेट लेवल है वी गॉट, विच इज 250 वी गॉट हियर, इट इज द टारगेट. ठीक है. So this tool will calculate all this, whatever target SL you put. I'm just showing you for the purpose of understanding ताकि आप समझे. Thankfully with the tools nowadays doing all this, tools ये सब calculate करके हमारे लिए ये implement कर देगी. तो ये call leg हो गया. Same way just make a copy. Okay. Now call ki jagah, I will choose put. So this is the lower side of the second leg of the strategy. And as you see out here on the left side, each leg of the strategy का number यहाँ आ रहा है, right? ये ऊपर जो आप यहाँ पे ये देख रहे हैं, जहाँ से मैंने एंट्री स्टार्ट की, ये एक लेग बिल्डर है. दिस इज जस्ट लाइक अ टिकट जिसको आप यूज करके ये लेग्स बनाओगे. इट्स अ टेम्पलेट और अ टिकट. ये लेग्स एक्चुअली वो है जो एग्जीक्यूट होगा, जो एक्चुअल ट्रेड होगा, एग्जीक्यूट होगा, बैकटेस्ट होगा, सबको वो ये है. ठीक है. सो सेकेंड लेग भी है. और यहाँ पे एक चीज बहुत ध्यान रखना है. So in copy paste, which we all are pretty good with, I would say, as default. Remember that for the put leg, we have to minus. ठीक है. अगर हम add करेंगे तो in the money put दिख जाएगा. So minus करना है तो अब ये OTM put को बेचेगा. ठीक है. Multiplier 1 ही है, right? Straddle with 1 है, यहाँ पे भी 1 है. And just say that's it. Stop loss target all remains same. And I'll just say, let's say default 1 year, and I'll just say start practice. Right. This is a cumulative PNL of this strategy. Quantity हमने अगर 1 lot किया है, right? यहाँ पे 1 lot दिया था, तो ये 1 lot का basically pay off है, right? कि 1 lot last 1 year में उसका इक्विटी कर्व क्या आया है. ठीक है. उसके साथ में यू कैन सी द ड्रॉडाउन कि व्हेन इट वाज लूजिंग मनी द स्ट्रैटेजी वाज नॉट वर्किंग इन आवर फेवर. जो आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ ये पॉइंट से लेके ये पॉइंट तक लगता है इज द वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट, प्रॉब्ली द बिगेस्ट लूजिंग पीरियड ऑफ दिस स्ट्रैटेजी. तो हाउ मच वाज दैट इन रुपीस? इट्स लाइक अ अंडर वाटर इक्विटी कर्व. ये ड्रॉडाउन कर्व है. ठीक है. और ये एक टेबल है जहां पे आपको हर मंथ का रिटर्न मिल रहा है. यू कैन सी एवरी मंथ्स रिटर्न. Okay, what was the total profit? What was the max drawdown in that period? Okay. Also very useful is to know how many days it remained in drawdown. Right? So like in this year, in 23, there was a point, yeah, 50 days, which is almost maybe 2 months around. Here strategy drawdown में थी, which seems here in Jan, Feb. Right? Then it has started making some money. ये numbers पे conclude करने के पहले it's also very very important to get a correct estimate of this. So यहाँ पे हमने revenue side तो add कर दिया of the profits, but in any business like trading, which is a business, there are going to be costs across various brokerage, regulatory, and more than that, the slippages are like when we are buying. ये अगर 500 रुपीज दिखा रहा था प्राइस हमको हिस्ट्री में, तो ये 500 पे नहीं आएगा. इट विल बी लिटिल मोर हायर. वी विल हैव टू पे लिटिल मोर, राइट? सो सपोज आई गिव अ 0.5% slippage. It's 2.5 rupees more we are paying, right? So 500 plus 2.5, we will be paying actually 502.5. And when we sell, the slippage will be deducted. 500 में से हमको ₹2.5 कम मिलेगा, which is around 497.5. So this adds up over a period of number of trades. Slippage add up होगा. So we have to basically enter something like I take 0.5%. Okay. And we do recalculate, and you'll see how it changes, right? 45,000 का profit has now become 33. But ये जो हम देख रहे हैं, ये whatever you're seeing now, this is somewhat realistic, right? ये somewhat close to reality है. If execution went smooth, it was all good, more or less. So this is what this system would have made, 33,000 rupees on one lot of strangle. This is what this system is showing. Yes, June 22 to December, it did very well. In fact, till somewhere mid of Jan. And then the strategy has been flat. Matlab, it is not making money. It lost some. However, the drawdown is about 8,000-9,000. And it is now recovering somewhat. Now, this is an idea of a complete system. जहां भी हमारे पास एंट्री रूल्स है, एग्जिट रूल्स है, ठीक है, और क्वांटिटी है. सो क्या ट्रेड करना है, कब ट्रेड करना है, और कितना ट्रेड करना है. When you have all these, you have got a complete set of rule. And this is a strategy or a rule जिसको आप मैकेनाइज कर सकते हो या ऑटोमेट कर सकते हो, और इसमें आप सिस्टमाइज कर सकते हो. So any questions on this so far, anybody? Yes. Chintan answered most of questions. And so yes, with the day filter, you can choose and do. Suppose like आपको सिर्फ Wednesdays, Thursdays trade करना है, you can just go here and choose this filter. Just remove Monday, Tuesday. Right? So this is now the payoff of the system only on Wednesdays and Thursdays. But as you're seeing, it's not so great. It's okay, right? So that is why I have chosen this strategy. Again, it's one of the system I use. No recommendation. You can choose, test, see if it works, or do a variation. Iska ek variation kar sakte ho. But basically, I've tended to see that it works for me for most of the days, and not just Wednesday, Thursday. But there are some कुछ strategies है जो सिर्फ Wednesday, Thursday ज्यादा अच्छी चल या उसी दिन ज्यादा अच्छी चलती है. थीटा डीके के लिए they are trying to exploit. And ना तो आप स्पेशली जब वो बनाएंगे, you can filter this way and just remove the days you don't want. सपोज आप फिन निफ्टी कर रहे हो, आपको सिर्फ ट्यूसडेज करना है फॉर एनीथिंग, एनी रीजन, यू वांट टू डू ओनली फ्राइडे, मंडे, ट्यूसडे, तो यू कैन अनचेक वेडनेसडे, थर्सडे. तो ये चॉइस आपके पास है. थैंक यू. ठीक है. सो नाउ let's move forward to the next step, which is how to take this live, right? So मैंने कुछ चीजें ऑलरेडी यहाँ स्लाइड में कवर की है. सो दिस इज द स्ट्रैंगल आइडिया, राइट? बेसिकली रेंज में रहेगा तो इट विल मेक मनी, बियॉन्ड द रेंजेस इट विल स्टार्ट लूजिंग. इट्स अ स्ट्रैडल with idea which we used, so which is basically the same example that we took. अगर multiplier 1.5 होता तो your strike will change. Now, yeah, I forgot to say what is the advantage of this, how I view it. See, when the market becomes more volatile, what will happen to the premium? They will shoot, right? Premium shoot हो जाएगा तो automatically हमारा strangle दूर हो जाएगा, right? We'll be selling further. This was probably made few months back, this example. So उस समय ATM straddle का value around 1000 होता था on the start of the series, जैसे Friday को. I've even seen 1200, 13 rupees, 1300 rupees strangle, right? But of late, what is the approx strangle values? Around 700, 800, right? Because volatility has come down, the straddle ka values have come down. Straddles niche aa gayi hai, so automatically with the multiplier, our strikes have come closer. Tomorrow, volatility expands. Suppose this premium again goes to 1000, 1200. On Fridays, this strategy will automatically start selling wider. And as the premiums are shrinking, it will start coming a little closer. So it auto adjusts to the volatility. Volatility is the only unknown factor. Option pricing के अंदर बाकी सब known है. Strike, days to expiry, premium. Volatility वही है एक factor जो unknown है और जो सब traders कुछ estimate करके ऑप्शन को प्राइस कर रहे हैं जो सेलर्स है. तो आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी में वॉलेटिलिटी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट इनपुट होना चाहिए इन योर ऑप्शन राइटिंग स्ट्रैटेजीज स्पेशली. तो दिस इज अ बेनिफिट ऑफ यूजिंग दिस ऑटो एडजस्टिंग. एंड आई एम वेटिंग टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट परसेंट ATM थिंग आल्सो फ्रॉम चिंतन, व्हिच इज जस्ट न्यू. So I want to always explore and learn new things. So looking forward to do that. Okay, so ये rules है just as the same things that we have discussed in a step by step. So here I've used 25%, 70. I showed 20, 50 in the example. You can toggle, आप इसको tweak करके try कर सकते हैं 25, 75, 20, 50 जो भी work हो. You can try different percentage is for Bank Nifty and different for Nifty because they both may have little different characteristic. जरूरी नहीं है कि similar characteristic हो. Right? Or yes, one lot. And how much capital you want to use for this? Exchange might allow us 1.5 lakh of margin. 1.5 लाख के मार्जिन में हम ये एक स्ट्रैंगल शायद ट्रेड कर सकते हैं. बट आई प्रेफर टू यूज टू कीप माई ड्रॉडाउन. जो आप ये देख रहे हैं यहाँ ड्रॉडाउन, मुझे वो ड्रॉडाउन को कैपिटल के 5% से नीचे रखना है. So, आपको याद होगा ड्रॉडाउन वाज अराउंड 9,000 रुपीज, 8, 9, 10,000 समझिए. तो if I use 2 lakh rupees, so 5% of 2 lakh is 10,000. And that is why I'm keeping little more buffer, because other than when a drawdown comes, जब एक drawdown आएगा, we need money for mark to market loss also. We'll have to keep money for mark to market loss. Plus एक buffer, क्योंकि drawdown बढ़ भी सकता है. जो past में आया है, I have seen it as a trader. I have seen drawdowns go to 2 times of what they were in past also. So, and like we said, this is just what has happened in past doesn't mean future में यही होगा. Things may be and they will be different. This is just a model. ये एक model है या एक idea है. But it gives some idea कि what happened अगर हम ये follow करते रहे और market अगर इसी तरह की बहुत ज़्यादा change नहीं हुआ यही characteristics है, तो we might make some sort of money like this. So it gives some idea before starting. So that is why capital required. Many people ask, how much capital should I use? How much capital do I need? It should be a answer which is derived from what? I think your drawdown. आपका drawdown कितना है? उसका कितना percentage of capital can be absorbed as loss? If you are able to absorb that, then we are likely to take the next trade. अगर हम वो trade का loss absorb कर सके, तो ही likely है कि हम next trade next trade लेंगे, तो likely है कि हम survive कर सकते हैं. Just like 50 बनाने के लिए पहले 10 runs बनाना पड़ता है, 20 बनाना पड़ता है, तभी 50 का chance है, right? So you want to survive. Yeah. So finally, in terms of the strategy part, before I come to the execution, I don't use one strategy in real world. I use baskets of strategies, जहाँ पे basically they are complementary. So you saw that this final, we all had, obviously as usual, when Dhoni comes out, we have great expectation, but he got out on a 0, unfortunately. Okay, he couldn't score anything, but it was this team which was performing in top form that time, and you know the other players did the job, right? So basically ये एक स्ट्रैटेजी का एग्जांपल है. इसी तरह आप एक बास्केट्स ऑफ स्ट्रैटेजीज बना सकते हैं और आप उसको पोर्टफोलियो लेवल पे टेस्ट कर सकते हैं कि उसका कंबाइंड रिटर्न क्या है, कंबाइंड ड्रॉडाउन क्या है. अगर 2 स्ट्रैटेजी आपने मिलाई, राइट, और वो एक दूसरे का ड्रॉडाउन कम कर रहे हैं, तो ही उसमें फायदा है. तो देखिए एक एग्जांपल है, ये हाइपोथेटिकल है, रियल वर्ल्ड में ऐसा नहीं होता है, बट जस्ट फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. सपोज 2 ट्रेडर है, ट्रेडर ए और बी. जब ट्रेडर ए 4% बनाता है, ट्रेडर बी कुछ का रिटर्न 0 है इन दैट मंथ, एंड द नेक्स्ट मंथ ट्रेडर ए 0 है, राइट, कुछ नहीं बना रहा है, और ट्रेडर बी 4% बना रहा है, राइट. जस्ट थिंक ऑफ दिस एज ऑल्टरनेटिव 40044004. नाउ टेक अ ट्रेडर सी हु इज अ ब्लेंड ऑफ ट्रेडर ए एंड बी का मिक्सचर. तो आप उसको अगर टोटल लेंगे तो यू विल गेट 4 + 0 विच इज 4, राइट. बट 2 ट्रेडर है तो डिवाइड बाय 2, तो 2%. तो ट्रेडर सी जो दोनों का मिक्सचर है का एवरेज रिटर्न पर मंथ 2% हो, एज यू कैन सी. अब अगर आप रिटर्न देखें तो समरी वाइज ए इज 24, राइट, एवरेज 2 है. उसका स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन अगर आप एक्सेल पे जस्ट प्लॉट करेंगे इसको 404040 करके, उसका STDV फंक्शन से आपको आएगा 2%. इट्स लाइक अ वोलेटिलिटी. बट द ट्रेडर सी, इफ यू सी, राइट, ट्रेडर सी का रिटर्न सेम है 2%, बट स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन इज 0. मतलब एवरी मंथ 2%, राइट. it's a 45-degree equity curve. Ideal है, हर कोई चाहता है मेरा रिटर्न 45 डिग्री हो, रिस्क नहीं हो, वॉलिटिलिटी हो, बट रियल वर्ल्ड में ऐसा होता नहीं है. बट हम सब एस्पायर करते हैं हम उसके कितना पास आए. व्हेन वी क्रिएट अ बास्केट ऑफ स्ट्रेटजीज, वी वांट टू गेट एज क्लोज टू अ 45-degree line with as little standard deviation as possible. That is the aim or the dream. But this is the idea कि जहाँ पे आप एक बास्केट बना सकते हैं. तो लाइक मैं ये स्ट्रैटेजी का एग्जांपल में आपने देखा कि इक्विटी कर्व थोड़ा फ्लैटिश हो गया है ऑफ लेट, पर हो सकता है कोई दूसरी स्ट्रैटेजी जो चल रही हो जिसके साथ कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री है, दैट इज मेकिंग मनी. सो द कंबाइंड बास्केट ऑफ स्ट्रैटेजीज इज मेकिंग. यस, उसमें डेफिनेटली आपका कैपिटल रिक्वायरमेंट थोड़ा बढ़ जाएगा. Your capital needed will go up, but because we are in capital markets, so capital is the ingredient or oxygen which we all need. So this covers the strategy part somewhat. Now, when you want to go live with this strategy on your Dhan account, how do you do it? So there are many strategy integrations I have been lucky to work with in India and abroad for projects. I can tell you one thing, this is probably the simplest integration I have seen, not because I'm doing this webinar, but you can actually see there is hardly anything to do, right? So what you do is, when you go into AlgoTest in dashboard under brokers, you will see Dhan like this, right? Click that setup button. When you click the setup button, it will take you onto this 3-step process. So you go to web.dhan.co, log into your account. Okay. Into your My Profile in the Dhan app, you will see under top right corner under your photo, you'll see your client ID. The client ID hoga with digit. Copy that, come back to AlgoTest, paste it in this box saying client ID. Okay, and click Add Dhan. If all goes well, everything is successful, आपको एक ऊपर message आएगा, broker added successfully on your AlgoTest page in the right side on the top corner, right? And you will see this in your broker section all AlgoTest. आपको यहाँ पे ऐसे दिखेगा, ये धन का एक एंट्री आएगा, not logged in दिखाएगा by default, right? And you just have to click login. Okay. So I'll quickly do it also right now to show that to you. If I go into web.dhan.co, we go into my profile, right? In my profile, you see this client ID here. It's almost a 9-10 digit. Copy this. Go into AlgoTest. You go into live trade. By default, it is set up. I'll just remove it now to show you. Right? And I'm going and saying setup. The same steps that we had seen on the slides have come. Right? So I went to web.dhan. I've already logged in using the QR code from my app. And then I'm just copying and pasting this client code in. Okay. Moment I do this, I just have to click Add Dhan. The moment it's successful, यहाँ पे ये दिखाएगा entry and it will say, now it's ready for a login. Right? So right. Once you do this, then in the live market, actually, you have to just go into your live trade. Okay. And यहाँ पे you have to first go and deploy your strategy. So let's say whatever strategy we created, oh, I think I didn't save it. Anyways, let me quickly create it again and just save it. It's 9:30. Just say add leg. Okay, just say sell call. So strike type is ATM straddle width. I'll just do 1 multiplier. Put a stop loss. Let us say percentage. Sample use 25 and target profit in percentage, let's say 75. Okay, we just copy this, Now we'll sell a put also. Okay. Plus की जगह minus करना है, very important to minus this. SL target all remains same. Let's backtest this. I just backtest one to know key like what I'm doing is somewhat okay, not wrong also. And I'll save this. So we'll just call it and start with. Okay. Start. Now when we are going, if I want to put this live, I'm going to go into live trade. Okay. And should show me here the, I can just search. Right. Dhan strategy is a strategy deployed. I have to go and set up the execution. Right. So I will just say set up with say order type normal karna hai, right? And let's say मुझे market orders करने हैं. Okay. It just gives a message can lead to slippage. Fair, but I've budgeted for that. So I will use market. And then just say setup. So if I search this, now it will, yeah, it is showing here, right? I have to choose execution days also. So I have to just choose Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and just say update. Now what happens is on Monday, obviously because it's not live right now, market. So, but on Monday, we go into the same place in the live trade, the strategy will be available, visible. If I've set up for the Monday's trading template, it will show right out here. And I have to just go and click this activate button. Okay, obviously that is with the plan, subsequent plan that once it's there, I have to just click activate. Once I click activate, right, a green light will come around that strategy and it will show it is ready. It is ready for deployment. And the moment the conditions are matched, so suppose we have given the 9:30 ATM straddle as a timing, right? ATM straddle width at 9:30. At 9:30, it will calculate whatever is the ATM. So let's say, okay, I'll just take one example. Actually, so if you see the Bank Nifty, right? Abhi Bank Nifty 44 के आसपास का premiums are just like 237, 270 something. So let's say it's about 500, hypothetically around 500 ही Monday को 9:30 को अगर this straddle premium market अगर इधर ही खुला आजू बाजू जहाँ है Bank Nifty and 44,000 ATM हुआ और ये total premium 500 हुआ, suppose Monday 9:30 को this total is around 500. So the system will sell the 44,500 call and the 43,500 put. You will see instantly within seconds, right? Within less than 1 second, orders will get fired. And यहाँ पे in your Dhan order book, you will see the orders come through, right? So it will just fire in real time. And from there, it is automatically tracking for the stop loss and targets. कहीं पे भी कोई stop loss hit हुआ या target hit हुआ, instantly वो fire करेगा. And then most of the times you don't have to do anything. Actually, then it becomes boring at times because the algo is doing everything. Our job is only to monitor, right? And nothing much to do. But that's the beauty, that's the quality of the integration, I think. And it's 95% of the time you don't have to do anything. Problem कब आ सकता है? I can say if at all there is margin shortfall in my account and the trade gets rejected, या कई बार compulsory payout के वजह से settlement हो गया suppose, and that reason से I didn't put the money back in on time before I started the strategy. Other than that, most days there is no issue. Yes, once in a while there is issue. It happens with any trading technology worldwide. Okay. Once in a while there is issue. It could be at any end, broker end, vendor end, my server end. But 95% of the time, this works. It's like a plane. Plane is on autopilot most of the time, but the pilot knows what to do if something goes wrong. So it's exactly like that. Agar kuch bhi wrong ho, you need to kind of just come in and correct it. Other than that, it works automatically. So this is the broad idea. So there are any questions, more questions and all we can take, or Rahul, if there's anything more you want to add or Chintan you want to add. Okay. So I did see there were some questions, I think, which Chintan has already answered.
There are, hello, Vivek sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. So, is it okay if we stop the screen sharing?
Yeah, sure.
So if there is any particular thing you would like to highlight, do please feel free to share the screen and respond in that similar way.
Don't give it good.
Yeah. So we have actually few questions on YouTube when live on YouTube live, which we are doing right now. But those questions are revolving around both algo trading and actually your experience as a trader. So please help out in that way also. One user is actually asking like how to actually apply stop losses if the quantity of orders is large.
If the
If their order quantity is basically for example, sir, in option heavy quantities mein stop loss kaise apply kare?
I would put it in the same way as I'm putting it for a non-heavy quantity, because
yeah,
risk is risk. So I mean, if on one lot I'm using to, suppose aap 100 lots use kar rahe ho, and you would use 2 crore of capital for that, right? You would anyways put a stop loss at the same percentage. Now, I don't know if he is asking, he might be asking from
the risk management side of it. Yeah.
So if it is, I would keep the enough same capital, even if my quantity is big, that is number one. So if for 2 lakh is for one lot, then 2 crore will be for 100 lots. No, not much compromise there. Yes, when we combine strategies, what can happen is complementary strategies, as we just saw. Generally, the drawdown of all of them will not come at the same time. So we can use the capital little more efficiently, and try to maximize the return little more with the keeping the risk. And if he's asking from technology standpoint, probably there, if that is the question, then I think there are tools like slicing, etc., which you offer, as well as understand in Dhan, where the order quantity beyond the order quantity freeze limit will get sliced automatically. So order quantity freeze limit is the limit where exchange does not allow more than that quantity in a single order from the exchange risk point of view. So suppose that limit is 900 shares right now, which is about, say, 36 lots. If somebody is putting 72 lots, then the tool will slice that orders into 2 orders and not just that. Because if you put one order of 70 lots, वो reject हो जाएगा.
Understood.
I hope is if this is covering what you tried to ask. And
yeah, hope yes, it is actually. Yeah. So actually, Chintan, if we would like to actually share about the pricing structure of AlgoTest, and then like many users have actually done it. I have asked it. Yeah. Chintan, I'm giving you the access. You feel free to come on board and hello. So Vivek sir, thanks for taking out the time. Really appreciate it. Yeah, we have got some really positive feedback here. Chintan, yes. You are on mute, Chintan.
Hi, hello everyone. Thank you, Vivek sir, first of all, for giving such a beautiful presentation of both going live with Dhan and how to use the backtesting tool. I have in the chat box mentioned a few links. One of them is a discount link to sign up. So if you sign up with that link, you'll get 25% extra credits. The pricing plan is also mentioned in a link. It is a blog post. Pretty much, if you take the most expensive plan, it is going to cost you 100 rupees a strategy for 28 days to go live with Dhan. So it's very affordable for the retail person. You do not need to do anything. Everything is managed by the system. I want to point out one thing about a question that was put up earlier with regards to if you have a big order, say greater than 36 lots, you can make multiple legs of the same, basically copy the legs. So have two call legs and two put legs. So that will give you an ability to enter 72 lots at a time. And essentially you can make multiple strategies as well. So like essentially if you work around things, there is no limit that AlgoTest has. We have a 10 leg limit. So I would say 360 lots, 180 each call and put can be said. I'm talking about lots, not quantity. So that's that's anyways huge. And you can make as many strategies, same like copied strategies as you want. So the other thing is definitely if you're using big positions, use SLL orders. SLL orders are placed in the broker terminal. It'll be placed in your Dhan terminal. It'll be visible in pending orders and much safer, as Vivek sir would also advise. When you're when the spike comes in the market, you're out. You're out on time. You don't get the worst price, because your SL is going to hit irrespective. So you want to get out at a good price. Along with that, there is the TSL feature. Again, the TSL modifies automatically on the Dhan terminal. You'll be able to see the modification in pending tab. So earlier, maybe your SL was at, you sold something at 100, SL was 120. Because of TSL, it will automatically change to 115, 110, 105, so on and so forth. So all that is also managed by AlgoTest.
Awesome. Thanks, Chintan. Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Vivek, sir, there are no more questions from our end and from the participants end also. Thanks once again for taking out your time and go walking us through the AlgoTest integration with Dhan. We are sure that people will be happy to use it. And thanks for a detailed webinar once again.
Thanks, guys, for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you,
Chintan.
sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rahul, for
Thank you,
hosting
everyone.
us.